Welcome to The Explainer. All right, let's talk about August. For any business owner, it's one of the most stressful months of the year, isn't it? All those tax deadlines. But today, we're going to take all that calendar chaos and turn it into a clear, actionable mission briefing. I mean, if you're running a business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. August can feel like this absolute avalanche of tax forms and compliance deadlines all hitting you at once. But hey, don't sweat it. We're here to help you slice right through that noise and build a really solid plan of attack. Okay, let's just dive right in. We're going to take this seemingly complex calendar and break it down into a simple, strategic action plan that'll guide you through the whole month. No fluff, just what you need to do. So first up, let's get the lay of the land. What is it about August that makes it so demanding, so critical for compliance here in India? Well, it really all comes down to the convergence of some major tax cycles. The month is just jam-packed because you've got multiple major deadlines all converging. GST, or Goods and Services Tax filings, they make up the biggest piece of the pie. But then you've also got these super critical income tax filings, like your TDS, your tax deducted at source, all hitting at the same time. It's literally a perfect storm of paperwork. And you know the stakes for getting this wrong? They're incredibly high. Missing a deadline on your tax deposits isn't just some minor slip-up. No way. It comes with some really hefty penalties, like a steep 1.5% monthly interest on any late TDS or TCS payments. And believe me, that adds up fast. So the big question is, how do you actually navigate all of this? Don't worry, we've broken it all down into a clear, totally manageable action plan. So here it is, the high-level map of the entire month. We are laser-focused on 4 critical dates, the 7th, the 11th, the 15th, and the 20th. Now let's zoom in and see what each one actually requires from you. The month kicks off, and it kicks off fast. The very first week is all about money movement. Your TDS and TCS deposits, for everything you deducted back in July, that's due on the 7th. After that, boom, it's straight into reporting your sales via your GST returns, or GSTR. The really big one is the GSTR1 filing on the 11th, and that's for you larger businesses, the ones with turnover above 5 crore rupees. And the action just keeps going in the second half of the month. By the 15th, you have to issue your Form 16A TDS certificates. And then comes the real heavy hitter on August 20th. Filing your GSTR 3B. This is your big summary return and the final tax payment for all of July. This one is absolutely a non-negotiable deadline. You know, with so many of these GST due dates all clustered together, it's probably the area where most errors happen. So let's really quickly run through a simple 3-step process to make sure your GST filings are smooth, accurate, and, most importantly, stress-free. Look, it's a simple sequence, but it is so powerful. First, you've got to double-check all your data, and I mean all of it. Every single HSN code, every GSTIN. Second, reconcile your returns. Make sure the sales data in your GSTR1 actually matches the summary you're about to file in your GSTR 3B. Mismatches here are a massive red flag. And finally, and this one is huge, file early. Seriously, don't wait until the last minute only to discover the portal is crashing. We've all been there. This really just gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? The most important work happens before you even think about logging in to file. Proactive data reconciliation isn't just some nice-to-have best practice. It is your single best defense against costly mistakes and, those dreaded future tax notices. All right, now that we've got the deadlines under control, let's zoom out a little bit. Because meeting deadlines is one thing, but building a system for long-term success, that's the real goal. A few smart habits can fundamentally change your company's entire compliance health for the better. Building these habits into your daily or weekly workflow is what really changes the game. Embracing things like e-invoicing, keeping clean records, and regularly checking your books against government data like Form 26AS, these aren't just chores. This is what turns compliance from a reactive, panicked chore into a proactive, strategic advantage. And you know what? This proactive mindset pays off immediately. The end of one super busy month is actually the perfect time to get a head start on the next one. let's take a look at how the last week of August can set you up for a much, much smoother September. See, September has these major annual deadlines that can really sneak up on you if you're not careful. For instance, every single company director has to complete their mandatory Know Your Customer form, the DIR3 KYC, and your company has to hold its annual general meeting, or AGM. Both of these are due by September 30th, and you can easily start preparing for them in that last quieter week of August. So think about it. While everyone else is just recovering from that August rush, you can be quietly getting ahead of the game. Taking these small preparatory steps now is what ensures you are not caught in another last-minute panic when these really significant yearly requirements come due. So, we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. The whole goal of a great compliance strategy isn't just about avoiding penalties, right? It's about building a system that creates genuine operational calm, a system that gives you the confidence to focus on what actually matters, which is growing your business. So the real question is your strategy built for that peace of mind?